we left, that job started 12 at night, ended at 6 in the morning. I remember for one of the nights we went to work, the snow was up to my ankle. And I'm walking, I'm going, I said to my friend, I have another friend here, I said, why are we here, man? We don't have no snow in Jamaica, walking up in heels up to my knee in snow. I mean, why are we here? And we had to conclude nobody invited us. We came by ourselves.
Nobody else to blame.
Nobody ever blame, we got to just take it up. So I came here and I did my studies at Anderson University School of Theology. The year after that, in 93, 94, I went to Florida for 8 months, do an internship with the church. They were having a kind of program it is now. It was a program in which a kind of mentoring program. Yeah, they had discovered that these pastors were going out having problems with other ministers, adjusting into the churches. So they decided to match for 8 months a student and a pastor, and I did that. So I went to Florida, went to Reverend Dr. Reginald Smythe, spent 8 months, some more Jamaican community. So I remember the first week I went there, and I, being among all these Jamaicans, they took offering, and I saw them with all these American dollars, and I was asking them, where you guys get all these dollars from? And after I said it, it's like, man, you're in America. Oh yeah.
You used to see all that money in Jamaica, were you?
Yeah, but not so much. It's more American dollars only for people who come here and come there. We could buy American dollars at the banks.
Yeah. Yeah,
for the exchange rate a little more, but if you want the American dollars, you get to buy. And people always say American, but the thing that struck me today is that I had all these Jamaicans around me, and it's like, why do they have all these American dollars? And yeah, we're in America. So I spent 8 months there, came back to Anderson, then I went back the next year to do CPE. I had to work in the hospital as a chaplain. 8-week summer, work from June till August, and I went to West Palm Beach. And I drove, fortunately for me, because I could have done that in Indianapolis, but it would mean that I didn't have a car. And it means that I would have to drive between, oh no, that's not a deal. This training that I was doing, I would have to pay for it. And so I didn't have the money to pay the rent and go to the training. It would mean traveling from Anderson to Indianapolis every day. Pretty expensive. So fortunately for me, there were people down in Florida who were willing to let me stay at their place, and I drove from Fort Lauderdale up to West Palm Beach, which is about an hour and 45 minutes.
Every day?
Every 5 days a week. Until I learned that there was a train that traveled from Fort Lauderdale up to. So what I did in the other days was to drive my car to the train station, left my car there, and took the train up and down. I did that from June until August. Then I drove back up. I had a very interesting experience when I was coming up. I think it's the first time. Yeah, the first time. Coming back from Florida, I bought myself a car now, got my driver's license, and I was driving around because you can't get around Florida so easily with a car.
So what kind of car did you get?
Oh, one of those Chryslers, a K car they call it. I can't remember, it's a Plymouth. It's one of these nice flat cars. You see a lot of them around here in Indiana with the farmers. The farmers have a lot of Plymouth something, I don't remember what.
So that's the first car you'd ever owned?
Here in the States, yeah.
Here in the States?
Yeah. I bought it for $500.
Were you excited about it?
Oh yeah, because it gave me opportunity now to drive around, you know what I mean? I was able to drive on I-95 when I started driving on it first, just to test it out. Everybody told me it was so difficult to drive down in I-95 in Florida. It's like, man, you can't. Well, I took my own time, got my gas, and then figured out, hey, nothing hard about it, just stay in your lane, watch what you're doing, cross over right time, get back over, get on the fast lane, drive, keep going, get back over, try and remember your exits. And yeah, it was all like that for me. So I got around pretty well with this car. And so I was going to drive home now to Anderson. I just finished a whole week of meetings, so I left early in the morning. Or by this, my wife had joined me, so we were coming together now. And because I spent a whole year without her being here. So I was coming back, man, from Florida. And on my way up, I should have gotten on the turnpike. Take 75 to get me right into Atlanta. And keep 75 all the way up, take 70, and I got back home. But for whatever reason, I was kind of feeling a little sleepy. You know, the turnpike is kind of not as many, it's kind of lonely sometimes. And I was nodding a little, she wasn't driving, so I decided I better take 95. The worst thing I did, I ended up in Jacksonville. Then I had to take Jacksonville, come all the way back into Atlanta, take 10. Take that 10. By the time I got to Atlanta, I left down there at about 6:30 in the morning. When I got to Atlanta, it was night, about 4 or 5, and I had to find, I was tired. Decided to find a place to stay. Man, downtown was so expensive, I didn't know. Man, they were talking like $75 per person per night. So I took 65 out of town and went somewhere on the Kuwait, found a little place where we could stay. The next morning, what I did was, since I was out there already, I decided to take 65. So I continued on the long 65 route all the way up through Kentucky, came back down. Man, I finally got to Anderson about 7 o'clock the next day. On the way up, I had an experience. The rain started falling just outside of Louisville. And I couldn't see. You know, I'm not used to all this rain coming down. I literally pulled over to the side because I wasn't used to manipulating all of these stuff, you know, which one is what to turn on, that you need to turn this on to keep it weather on. Pulled right over to the side and stopped there for a while, which was probably a good thing for me. And finally I got to Anderson. Enjoyed my time. I try to remember if it was the first or the second time. One of these times, see, the year before, I used to work as a security person with the Colts. They used to work as summer. They used to go to Anderson University to practice. And I used to work as one of these security, because that's basically what I did. And so we get tickets. So one of these, I think it was the first year when I just came back from Florida. Other guys got tickets and they said, let's go to the games. So okay, let's go. Never been to downtown Indianapolis before. I had no clue. Just decided that we were going there. We found the place we were going, okay?
Yeah.
Park. When we were coming out, I don't know where I went. I ended up on the west side of Indianapolis. And, you know, I'm the kind of person, if I can't figure out where I'm going to ask questions. So finally I pulled up on the saw some police guys, and they said, well, you're not too far away from 465. Get back on 465, keep going whatever direction they told me. Now I know what is going north. And somewhere on that north exit, you're going to find the Anderson exit, the 69 exit. Yeah. And I finally found it, drove my way home. When I came back, everybody said, Smythe, you're brave. So I did a lot of that kind of stuff. Yeah, I came here. I did finish my first set of studies in 96. So
tell me, what's the difference between Jamaica and America?
Oh, well, one is the weather, depending on where you are in America. In Jamaica, it's warm, 75 degrees on average all year round. In Jamaica, I have a beach next door. It's all around the island, so you just need, no matter where you are, you can drive in any less than 5 hours and get to the beach. America is big. It's a lot of space, a lot of opportunities. It's more diverse. We have a good diversity in Jamaica, but here the diversity is more. Cities